guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading. This is for Tuesday the 12th of September. It's a pleasure to be with you today as always. I'm still using the Shakespeare Tarot. I'm going to choose my 3 cards here to give you an insight into the day. And I'm being told to pick them randomly from within the deck. Oop, there we go, like that. Rather than just picking them from the top. So I listen to that when I'm being told. So what have we got? We have the Lady of Scepters. So we have the Knight of Swords. Then we have the High Priestess. And then we have the King of Orbs, which is the King of Cups. All right, so 3 cards upright. First of all, the Lady of Scepters from Romeo and Juliet. Were not I thine only nurse? So it's a reminder. It's a reminder of thinking. It's a reminder to Juliet, I suppose. Don't you, you ungrateful child, don't you remember that I am your nurse? I have been taking care of you. Think and remember. So there's a message here that your thinking may be somewhat cloudy today. You may not know which direction to go in, and things may seem confusing on the outside world, especially when other people are speaking to you and reminding you or putting their demands on you or communicating their expectations of you. It may leave you feeling confused, reeling, not knowing whether you should comply or whether it's your job to comply or whether you need to dig your heels in and rebel. You may not be sure about how to react. Now the answer to that is the High Priestess. And this is from Antony and Cleopatra. I have immortal longings in me. Now, the High Priestess is the second card of the Major Arcana, and she knows everything. She's got the wise Sphinx behind her. She's got this scroll, which is the scroll of everything. All of the answers to life are in that scroll. The moon is behind her. She doesn't have anything to be afraid of because she has all the answers and she's protected by this beautiful leopard. So, the truth is, you may feel confused and, God, things are happening so quickly, I don't know if I'm coming or going. The solution to that is to step away from that, to be quiet. The High Priestess is passive. She sits and she listens and she reads, and that is how she gains the information that's truly there. So it doesn't mean that you should listen to what everyone else is telling you and just accept it as fact and truth. What you should do is you should take yourself away from all of that chaos. You should sit with yourself, listen to your own inner truth, because that's where your answers are going to come from today. Not from your nurse or your dad or your nephew or your cousin or your boss or your employees. They may all have very loud and very noisy opinions today, and they may bring those to you and expect an instant response. First of all, realize that you don't have to respond straight away. You're entitled to think about this and to go away and say, I'm not quite sure which way we're going to do this. Let me think about it. So go away and think about it. You're the one with the answers. Finally, we have the King of Orbs, and this is from A Midsummer Night's Dream. Certain stars shot madly from their spheres. How beautiful. So we've got these beautiful stars just falling, these shooting stars, which is always a magical thing, isn't it? When you see a meteor shower and you see the stars, the meteors kind of zipping through the sky. When I see those things, it makes me realize that the universe is so much bigger than my own little world. I've wished upon a star in the hope of realizing that my own hopes and dreams for my life, but it's a magical time. And the King of Orbs is the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is someone who has mastered their feelings and who doesn't need to wish upon a star. He's already content with himself. He's got everything that he needs, and he can just appreciate beauty like this without desperately wishing for something or clinging to something or feeling like he's incomplete and he needs something extra to complete him. So basically the message is that today may be a confusing day. It may be super busy, it may be hectic. You may not have all the answers, you may be confused when it comes to which way to go, what documents to sign, whether to say yes or no. And the answer really is like it is. I mean, this could apply to every day of our lives, because if we don't know what we're supposed to do in our lives, and if we don't have all the facts and figures, but we're forced to act and to make a decision, all we can ever do is go within and listen to our guidance and see what feels right, even if it feels hard and difficult, but we feel it's the right thing. And to go within and to look at our experiences. How did I deal with this situation in the past? Did it work or didn't it work? So combine your emotional wisdom and your emotional guidance with the common sense wisdom of your past experiences and looking back at your past successes and your past failures. And when you combine those, then make a decision. And make the decision in your own time. And when people like Nanny here say, that is the wrong decision, then you say, I hear what you're saying, but I went away, I gave this thought, I really mulled things over. This is the decision that I've decided to go with, and that's final. I'm sorry you don't agree with me, but I really don't need you to agree with me, because I have given this thought and I trust that, and that is what I'm going with, and that's final. So it's really a wonderful day to learn to trust yourself, to contextualize the opinions and needs of other people, and to really liberate yourself in a sense. Because you don't have to keep everyone happy. All you are doing is being authentic and being true to yourself, and no one can ask any more of you than that. As long as you're being true to yourself and you're doing the best you can, what more can they ask? Nothing. These are court cards, so 1 and 1 is 2, and another 2 is 4. And that's interesting because that's the same numerology vibration that we had in yesterday's reading. So 4 is about stability and security and structure. So if everything is chaotic today, as soon as you turn your gaze inward, you will see that there's total structure and total peace and total foundation, and go within and get your answers there. They will be the answers that will help you not only resolve this temporary situation, but it will give you a much more consistent kind of understanding of yourself and a kind of philosophy for your own life and the way you live. So by combining your past experiences with this decision that you make today, you can say, oh, when it comes to this kind of event happening in my life, this is what I think of it, and that's how I react. And then you can tick that box, and you'll know whenever this issue comes up in future that you've made your choice and that you will always answer in one way. So let's say someone today says, come and join me on my motorbike, I want to take you for a ride. You're really not sure whether you should do that. You've never been on a motorbike. You're scared of it, but you also think it could be thrilling. Take a moment to think about it. Listen to what your guidance tells you. And if it says, go for it, have a thrill, then do it. If it says, I'm not comfortable doing that, then you can say, thank you for the kind invite to give me a ride on your motorbike, but I really don't want to. And that's fair enough. And that other person really, if they are offended or if they're not offended, you have the freedom to see that and to say, you know, that their response is their response and it has nothing to do with me. I've been true to myself. I don't want to ride the motorbike, or I do want to ride the motorbike. I have presented that other person with that information, and what they do with that information is up to them. But I've made myself very clear, and I've been true to myself. And that is all you're supposed to do today. Be true to yourself, be authentic, and you won't go wrong on this day. You'll create more security, more structure, and more reliability in your life. You can rely on yourself more, you can rely on your feelings more, you can rely on your experiences more, and it makes you someone who's growing up and who's becoming an adult and who is certain in their own decisions. So it's a wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me to look at what's coming up for you in your love life or in your financial life, or if you're looking at what your life purpose is and you're not quite sure about that, what your vocational aptitudes may be, and if you need some help and you want some answers to that, then please get in touch with me for a private reading. I use tarot and astrology and numerology in my readings. The website is gregoryscott.com. Just click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.